about some common grammatical mistakes. In order to help you understand better, I will be explaining section by section with specific examples in order to give you a clear idea. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy my video.
Okay, so the first section we're going to be going over is capital letters. Something very simple, but that we still make common mistakes without even knowing it. Okay, want to know how to use capital letters correctly. Use capitals for proper nouns. In other words, capitals are the names of people, specific places, and things. Sometimes we get confused, specifically when it comes to capitalizing specific places, things, and names of groups. For example, in the sentence, perhaps many people have probably heard about the case of the cause of the biggest genocide in African history. Here, the G needs to be lowercase because it is not referring to a specific genocide. However, if we write it like this, perhaps many people have probably heard about the cause of the Rwandan genocide in Africa. Here we have to capitalize both R and G because it is actually saying Rwandan genocide, which is indeed a specific event. The second common grammatical mistake is the proper use of conjunctions. In order to join grammatically similar elements in a sentence, you should use conjunctions. In other words, you can use conjunctions in order to connect sentence or words in the same clause. Oh, and by the way, a clause is basically a simple group of words related to the phrase. As you can see, just by adding the conjunction it, the sentence seems stronger, and now I can relate to why I used the term heat going and put it in quotation marks to make my point. If I would simply say it like this, actually we got the heat going in this genocide was mainly tribal differences and ethnic competitions that had been around since colonial times. Here, which is the correct version, actually what it got the heat going. I can relate to that because it makes my sentence feel stronger, simply by including the word it. The third and most common grammatical mistake we're going to go over is comma splices. When you have two independent clauses or two phrases that make sense by themselves, you can join them together with comma splices. In order for your sentence to sound better in some cases, you can also not join these clauses by using a conjunction, but instead you can put a period in between and make two sentences. For example, the minority Tutsis, comma, who were known as a tribe that had a lot of power in Africa for many years until then, a new tribe known as the Hutus came to power by overthrowing the Tutsis in 1962. Here you can see that it's a run-on sentence. The correct way to write this sentence would be to separate this phrase and put it into two sentences. The correct way would be like this. The minority Tutsis, comma, were known as a tribe that had a lot of power in Africa for many years, period, until a new tribe known as the Hutus came to power by overthrowing the Tutsis in 1962. Here's another example of the same thing. African media and newspapers seem to not think about future consequences, comma, so they proceeded to use media to talk about the issue that was currently going on in Africa, which caught the attention of the two groups in the blink of an eye. If this period wouldn't be there to separate the sentences, it would be a mess. Clearly, I added this period so that I could separate the two sentences and form them in order for it to sound better. Okay, so this example is actually pretty low and pretty straightforward. Today I visited the Golden Bridge. The correct sentence would be, today I visited the Golden Gate Bridge. The reason you cannot capitalize Golden Bridge, but you can capitalize Golden Gate Bridge, is because Golden Bridge can be any golden bridge in the world, whereas the Golden Gate Bridge is actually a specific bridge that actually exists, so you must capitalize it. Example number 2. After I went to the restaurant, I called my uncle to see if I could pass by his house after. What do you think is the error here? Simple. In order to fix this sentence, all we need to do is put a comma after restaurant in order to separate the two independent clauses and make them a complete sentence by joining them together. Example number 3. The sky is cloudy. It will rain tomorrow. Here you can see that if we don't include a comma after cloudy, it would be a run-on sentence and it would not sound as good as it should. In order to correct this sentence, we simply need to put a comma after cloudy in order to separate the two independent clauses. Example number 4. Mark has a good job. He never has to worry about money. Where's the error here? Simple. Mark has a good job, comma, he never has to worry about money. By including this comma, I am again separating both the independent clauses to form a concrete sentence. Last but not least, example number 5. I never win, but I keep trying. This is indeed also a run-on sentence. In order to enhance the sentence, we should put a comma after win. I never win, comma, but I keep trying. I hope you enjoyed my grammar video. You successfully learned how to use capitals, commas, and conjunctions. Thank you for watching.